guys, it's Bebe. Welcome back to my channel. Don't hate me, okay? I know it's September. Yes, I did Tomorrowland a month ago at this point, a little over a month, but we went traveling after that as well. We traveled both before and after the festival, just around Europe, and came back and had a lot of catch up to do at work. So it has been a whirlwind of an August, or the part of August that I was back in the city, and I'm just now getting around to filming this, and I am still so excited to talk about my experience because we have not debriefed. You've seen the vlogs. I hope you guys enjoyed the vlogs. If you haven't, definitely go check them out on my channel. That gives you a much more first-hand look at my experience, and definitely subscribe if you're new because I'll be doing more videos to talk more and more about my experience. In case you're new, this was my first ever Tomorrowland. I did weekend 2, I did Global Journey, and it was amazing. Like, you guys knew I was gonna come back here and talk so highly of it, obviously. So today I'm doing a little bit different of a recap sort of video to a festival. I normally always do my recap and reviews for every event I attend, but I wanted today to instead do a Q&A. I feel like these videos I enjoy a lot better when I see people doing this format for different festivals that I'm not as familiar with, and also I just love the questions because they're more specific. You guys really asked some good ones, and I feel like that just gives a better insight to the festival and to my experience, and are things that I wouldn't initially think to talk about. So that is how we're gonna format this video. I asked you guys on Instagram to send me any and every question you have about Tomorrowland, and I got some great ones, so I have a bunch here that I'm gonna answer, and if you have any more, seriously, feel free to leave them down below. I've been DMing with a lot of you, replying back to YouTube comments as well, so any questions at all about Tomorrowland, be my guest. I feel like there's more and more Americans going every single year, and it's not one that, I mean, it's very highly covered, but not as frequently by Americans, so I'm happy to share my experience coming from New York and just the whole thing from start to finish. So there's a lot of questions I want to answer today. A lot of them were very repetitive. I got a lot of the same ones, so I'm not gonna go through absolutely every single submission, but just the ones that were very commonly asked, I'm just gonna address them once and then move on. But let's just get into it. Your favorite closing artist out of all 3 days? Definitely Swedish House Mafia. Now that I'm looking at this question again, they were not closing. They were second to closing. Hardwell was last, but to be honest with you, like, Hardwell played his new style, which is totally fine. I don't dislike it, but I wish that they ended on Swedish House Mafia because it was just like OG Tomorrowland vibes, and then it went into Hardwell and his new hard techno sound. To me, Swedish House Mafia was the closing artist, okay? So that was my favorite one. I just feel like that is peak Tomorrowland music, okay? Swedish played all of their throwback music, you guys. Like, literally, you know how nowadays they got a different style, they're doing more like club sets and stuff like that. This was a true Swedish House Mafia set. They played all the bangers immediately out the gate. Like, halfway through the set, I was like, oh my god, they've already played like almost all their popular songs. This is crazy. And it was just so chilling in the most beautiful way, just to see everybody and hear everybody singing their lyrics at the top of their lungs when a lot of these people don't even speak English in the crowd, and everyone's just yelling the words to, like, Don't You Worry Child. You guys saw in the vlog with that one moment where everyone was singing it and they turned the music down. I was like, this is core Tomorrowland. Like, this is what I've been waiting for to attend for so many years, and it was just fucking awesome. How are the food and drink prices compared to US INSOMNIAC Fest prices? I would say the food was priced pretty similar and the cocktails were priced pretty similar, although 100% cheaper. All food and drink was cheaper at Tomorrowland than any festival I've ever been to. Beer was like, the thing you also have to remember with Tomorrowland is that they have their own currency. It's called pearls. I don't remember the conversion rate to euros while I was there. I want to say, and I could be totally wrong, but I want to say 1 pearl was like 2 euros roughly. And when we were there, the euro to US dollar exchange rate was actually almost 1-to-1. On the dot, which was crazy. A beer would be 3 pearls, so it would be about 6 euros. And I just thought that that was crazy because I feel like beer at US festivals will often be like $10 or more, which is so ridiculous. Listen, it's not cheap at Tomorrowland by any means. I don't think I've ever gone to a festival where food and drink was cheap, but definitely lower price than the US and also just better. Also, something to note is that you could, at the camp area of the festival, which literally on the first night was a festival within itself, but they do, basically they tag on like an extra pearl or two to the price of your drink, and it comes in a reusable cup, and if you return that cup to the bar, you get a pearl back. But if you find, like, Garrett did this at one point, okay, my boyfriend wanted his free alcohol. If you found like, I don't know, 10 of those reusable cups that people were just throwing out or leaving in the grass because they didn't know that you could return them, that's 10 pearls back. And if a beer is 3 pearls, like that's 3 beers. If you really wanted to, arguably you could drink for free at this festival because of that. They don't do that inside the festival, but within the campgrounds they do, and it was awesome. What type of ticket did you purchase? So I did Global Journey to and from Amsterdam, so it was a train, and it was a GA pass. I did not do VIP. And what else? And I did Spectacular Easy Tent camping. Is there a phone reception at Tomorrowland? Was it hard to meet up and plan with people? The beautiful thing about coming from the US, and I have Verizon personally, paying for an international phone plan, which I did, it was like $10 a day, so I was like, it's so worth it just to be able to use maps and all of that stuff. But for Tomorrowland, and I remembered this from studying abroad a couple times, your phone will just automatically connect to whatever the strongest network is at that time. So yes, amazing self-service the whole weekend. I could send pictures of where we were, I could send videos, everything was delivering instantly. There were a couple times, I think, where it was a little bit slower to send, but all in all, I could always find people so easily. It was such a breath of fresh air just to be able to meet up with people and not have to stress. So I had a perfect phone reception literally the whole weekend, even at camp. Was it easy to navigate through the fest? Thank you for the content. You are very welcome. I would say we got there at doors on Friday, and luckily we were camping with Matt and Claude, as you guys saw in the vlogs, and they actually went last year. So literally out the gate, they gave us the whole tour. They walked us around the whole festival. It's almost like a big circle with like little lanes in between, I guess, to other stages, but doing that on the first day was so helpful because we figured out where everything was, all the stages, etc, etc. And I normally do this anyway with new festivals that I go to. Like, I'll just get there. The first time I went to EDC Vegas, got there early, walked around, found out where everything was, just so that for the rest of the weekend I wasn't getting lost, or when it was getting busy later at night, I didn't have to be like looking at a map wondering where I'm going. I just remember. I would say it was easy. There were a couple points where it took a little bit of extra time to get from one stage to the other, just because it'll be a really crowded route. Like if people are going from Maine all the way back to Freedom, those smaller roads leading back there will get a little packed. But other than that, very easy to navigate. There's just a lot to see, so you really have to get there early and walk around. Like, there is so fucking much to see and navigate, if you will. What did you think of the food? I am so fucking glad you asked because guys, the food at Tomorrowland shook me to my core. I know you guys know, like at festivals here, the food is just so shitty. Yes, there will be a few vendors or options that aren't like fried food and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, the ingredients, and it just still makes you feel bad. Like even when I eat island noodles, which everyone is like, oh my god, it's the healthier food option, so you're not eating like chicken tenders all weekend. Island noodles still does not make me feel right, okay? I just feel like whenever I go to festivals here, my stomach is fucked up for the weekend from the food. It's just very low quality, it's very processed, it's very just shitty, honestly. At Tomorrowland, I felt great all weekend. I felt so well fueled. I have felt like I had so many different food options to choose from, a lot of vegetarian stuff because I don't eat meat, foods from all over the world, like obviously because people are coming from all across the globe. There's so many different cuisines to choose from. My favorite area was in the Mesa Garden. You could get all these like other foods that weren't the main vendors. There was like Vietnamese street food, oysters, mussels, just like oh my god, so good. You could get a bottle of rosé, which as you guys saw we did. You could get bottles of wine and just sit in the lounge chairs in the beginning of the day as like the sun's going down too. It was just so nice, and the food tasted so good and was just always left me feeling content. How long does it take to get from stage to stage? Depends which ones you're going to. So main stage and Freedom are like the two biggest ones, which they put at opposite ends of the festival. Think like Kinetic Field and Circuit Grounds, that type of vibe. That walk can take a while. I wish I timed it during the busy hours, but I want to say like 20 minutes to get from one side to the other. I could be estimating that very wrong, but I just feel like when it was really busy, 20 minutes, and then when it was not busy, maybe like 15. But those are like the two furthest apart stages. Everything else, it really just depends what stages you're going to. Rundown of the Global Journey camping package, absolutely. So again, I did Global Journey to and from Amsterdam, and I did Spectacular Easy Tent Camping, a 4-person tent. And basically, as soon as you buy that, like you pick your train times, which it's the Eurostar. If you guys are not familiar, it's a very high-speed train that goes all around Europe. They book your seats, they book your shuttles if you need them. So we all traveled from Amsterdam Thursday morning to Boom. That's when you get to camp, you check in, and literally when you do Global Journey, everything is included except for the money that you load onto your wristband as pearls, like I said, and your flight. Unless you're doing, they have flight packages from the US, from a handful of cities in America as well. So if you do that, literally everything's paid for except the money you load on your wristband. But for us, all we had to get was flights and whatever amount we wanted to use to spend when we were at the festival, which our flights were free on credit card points. And then for pearls, I think I put maybe like 300 euros worth of pearls, and I still had some left over. And if you load your wristband, I think sooner than Wednesday, week of festival, you get all of the money back no matter what. It all gets refunded. That was the Global Journey package that I did, and that's everything that it included. But I literally, best decision ever to do Global Journey. Everything was taken care of for us. How was the weather? Was it humid in Belgium? Definitely not humid. We got so lucky with weather. It's known for being very rainy at Tomorrowland. But for us, it only rained the day we got there on that Thursday during the pre-party, and it wasn't even that bad. Like, I had a rain jacket on and I was fine. The weather was lovely. Friday, Saturday, it was cloudy with some sun here and there, but that was nice because it kept you cool. You weren't too overheated, and it was like between 70 and 80 degrees Fahrenheit every single day. The last day was a little bit hotter just because the sun was out and there weren't really many clouds. But it was perfect. Perfect camping weather, perfect festival weather. Only complaint was that Saturday night it got really cold when the sun went down, and obviously camping probably could have done with another layer to sleep. I did wake up freezing cold, but it was also because our air mattress deflated. You saw that in the vlog. Anywho, to me, perfect weather. It obviously is a toss-up on how much rain you're gonna get because you're in Belgium and it rains often in the summer, but definitely not super hot and definitely not humid. If you did VIP, thoughts on their VIP offerings, amenities versus other festivals like EDC? I did not do VIP. I have heard people go back and forth on whether or not they recommend it. I personally didn't feel like I needed it. Normally I like VIP because it gives me space in the crowd. I don't like being smushed like a sardine. I'm out of that phase, okay? I like to have more space, a better viewing deck, if you will. But honestly, at Tomorrowland, I didn't feel like I needed it at all. Likes and dislikes slash pros and cons of being an American raver at a European fest. Dislikes is that we're the laughing stock of the world. I wish I was kidding. If you guys saw my Instagram story, there was one point we were walking around the festival, and obviously we all have American accents, and some German guys were in front of us, and as we walked in separate directions, they screamed one of Donald Trump's most offensive quotes of all time. So yeah, most of the world hates us. I mean, listen, people are very nice at Tomorrowland. It's not like you're gonna be getting shit thrown at you because you're American. Like, that's stupid. That's not what I'm saying. It's just like Americans are known, and a lot of Americans are just very loud, very entitled, very obnoxious, and yeah, the rest of the world doesn't fuck with that, which as they shouldn't. So that was the only thing that was like kind of uncomfortable, like that whole situation that happened. And also you can just see like when there's a group of really loud Americans in the crowd, you can just see everyone staring at them. It's kind of funny, I have to say. There's just stuff like that. I mean, the likes of being an American raver at a European fest, it's more mature, the crowd is more mature, it's more chill. I feel like, and I'll get into this because I know literally like 20 people asked, what's the difference between Tomorrowland and EDC and all these American festivals? The crowd is just better, it's more mature, especially for Tomorrowland. It was older. I don't know, there's not many things that stand out to me as like, I loved this about being an American raver at a European fest. Like, I didn't really feel that way at all. And it's not a bad thing. Like, I feel like, I don't know, I don't want people to be like, oh, I don't want to go now because everyone hates Americans. Like, no, just be fucking normal and don't be screaming everywhere you go. Cost, best and worst parts of the fest, and food outside of fine dining. I feel like I already covered food. Cost, and I've said this on some TikToks and some other videos, but I spent all in all on the Tomorrowland experience around $1,300 US, plus I wish I could remember how many pearls I ended up using, but I want to say it was like 200 euros worth of pearls. I spent under $2,000 on Tomorrowland. Let's just put it that way. The best and worst parts of the festival, the best is just how fucking well run it is. It is unbelievable, especially me coming from the music industry. I can just always appreciate a very well organized festival. This shit was so well run. It was operationally, my experience was operationally flawless from start to finish. I mean, nothing went wrong. Everything was so well thought out. They really thought of everything. It's just organized, it's clean. It's just, oh my God, it's so well run. That's the best way I can put it. And obviously just being an international festival where people literally fucking fly in from all over the world. All over the world. Our camp circle of neighbors, they were from everywhere, from Switzerland to Israel to Germany to all these different countries, and it's just so cool to just chat with people. You know, music, dance music specifically, has just brought us all to this one little small ass town in bumblefuck Belgium. Like, it's so cool. It's so cool. Worst parts of the festival, I think the only two cons that I've really been telling people are, one, and this is one that I totally expected, the cigarette smoking. Everyone is smoking. It fucking reeks. Your clothes, your hair, it's all gonna smell like smoke. And then the only other con that I experienced was being in Spectacular Easy Time. Honestly, I had a very comfortable setup. I can't complain. But because one of the pros of it is that it's not on the grass, so if it rains, you don't have to deal with getting your tent like completely destroyed. It's on this, they built a raised platform and cover it in turf. But the way they built it, the boards like creaked really fucking loudly when you walked on them. Even if you tiptoed, it was like, I can't even describe the sound. I tried to take a video of it, but I didn't get a chance to get a good one. But that definitely disrupted sleep for sure, and it was just annoying, like trying to fall asleep at night and you just hear like from people walking by, even though they're trying to be quiet. Like, it was inevitable. How much was your itinerary for the whole trip and fest? I feel like I covered this, but the package was about $1,300 US, and that's per person, I should have added. So multiply that by 4 for what we had. And then I put like 300 euros worth of pearls and didn't even spend them all, got some back. And then phone plan, $10 a day. And then, yeah, the whole trip on the other hand, and that was a little more expensive. We started out in London. We were in London for 3 days, then Amsterdam for a day, and then went to the festival, and then we went to Croatia, and then we went to Paris. And we did some spending, okay. I don't think I spent more than, no, honestly, I'm not even gonna give you an estimate because I don't know. And you know, my trip was so unique. Like, if you wanna follow my exact itinerary for everything I did, be my guest to ask for an entire breakdown and I can give you costs. But right now I would not be able to give you an estimate. I don't even, this is so bad, but I don't even know how much I ended up spending in the end. Now I feel like I have to crunch the numbers because I'm not sure. Obviously it wasn't anything like too crazy because I can sit here and say that I financially recovered. So travel packages and camping, there's literally so many. I highly recommend going on the website and doing the package purchasing simulator. It gives you all the global journey options if you want to do that, all the camping options, like everything. You can piece your itinerary together and see the cost of it and what you might want to do. What were the tents / living like? So obviously I just gave you the one con of Spectacular Easy Tent. Honestly, other than that, the tents were great. I have only tent camped a couple times in my life before this, and then I immediately started doing RV because I'm just not a camping girly, okay? I'm from the city. It's just like, it's not my thing. So it was a little tough going back to the tent life and having to walk to go to the bathroom and walk to like go wash my face and shower and stuff like that. But all in all, can't complain. I had a nice air mattress. It did deflate one night, but guess what? We got a new one. Can't complain. Sleeping bags, pillow. The pillow wasn't too great. I'm just someone who prioritizes sleep. So at the end of the day, sleep is most important to me. Did I get fantastic sleep? No. Did I get good sleep? Yes. I was fine. I survived, and you know, it's a daytime festival. It's not like an EDC where you're going to bed and the sun's already up, so it's just even tougher to sleep. Like, you're up and awake before the sun gets really hot on your campsite. And I thought the tent and camping situation was totally fine for my comfort level, but next year I will definitely be shooting for a more inclusive package, which I can talk about. Having camped, a similar question. Having camped, would you do that option again or explore a hotel / shuttle situation? I just really liked the community aspect of camping and the way Tomorrowland sets up the camping. Like, they really think of everything. They take good care of you. It's very clean, like the bathroom, showers, everything is so well looked after. I would definitely camp again. I think I would just do Montego, which is like the step up from Spectacular Easy Tent. Has better lodging, more perks, and it has its own section. It's like the closest one to the festival. I would totally be open to trying it one year just because I usually am a hotel girly, but for me, camping was fine. And it's only for 3 days, like, you'll survive, and I wasn't in like Magnificent Greens, which is the GA camping. I had everything set up for me. I could just show up, drop off my shit, and go party, and then do the same at the end of the weekend. Just pack up my suitcase, leave all the camping stuff behind, and go. I liked camping, and that's coming from someone who does not camp by any means, okay? I'm not a camping fest girly, and I had fun, I enjoyed it, and I would do it again. Got this one a lot too, or different versions of it. How does the Europe vibe compare to North America? How are the crowd and culture? Way better. One of my most popular videos on my channel actually is from years ago. I did a comparison of European events versus American, just because this was not my first time raving abroad, okay? I have done it many years ago. I lived in Berlin for a summer when I was 20, I think 20. I've raved in London. I've raved in a lot of different countries over there. I personally love it over there. The crowd is more mature. It's more, I don't know how to even explain. I remember explaining it a certain way in that video I did. It's more private. That's what I said. It's just less like in your face. No one's there to just, you know, sometimes you go to American Fest, well, all the time you go to American Fest and there's people who are so clearly there just to take pictures of their outfit and leave. Not like that at all over there. People love the music. It's so much more relaxed. The outfits are way more relaxed. People are just there to listen to their favorite music and have a good time. Everyone like keeps to themselves, but it's not antisocial. It's very hard to describe if you've never done it. I don't know. I was really excited to get back to that vibe, having done, before Tomorrowland, I hadn't been to an event over there since COVID, since 2020. So it was nice to just be back and just be in a chill environment where no one gives a shit about taking a million photos or wearing the perfect outfit or getting their hair just right. Like, there's none of that over there. And that's my vibe, and that's what I like. I feel like there's gonna be someone out there who's gonna comment and be like, but you vlog all of the festivals that you go to. And I get it, okay? I see your side, but I'm someone who absolutely loves the music, adores the music, and I take these videos to remember my experiences forever. I'm not out here like, I don't know. I feel like so many people are just about the fashion and the social media posts and that's it. Like, obviously you guys know that's not it for me because I work in this industry full time. So yeah, I just feel like someone is probably gonna troll in my comments and say that, but the difference is that this is my living, okay? So many of this question, how does Tomorrowland compare to EDC Las Vegas? You really can't compare the two, I'll be honest with you. I think where you can compare it is the level of production, because both are insane levels of production and amazing stage designs. The genre diversity is also very comparable. Like, obviously EDC, you have Wasteland, you have Neon Garden. Same thing with Tomorrowland, like you have different stages for all different genres. So it's comparable in that sense, but overall, like, the just vibe and the people and the community and the international aspect of it is so much better at Tomorrowland. but I still love both and I would recommend both to anyone. I just feel like they're really too different to compare. And I always say the same thing because people used to ask me, which is better, EDC or Electric Forest? I'm like, they're two completely different vibes. You just can't compare them. Did you feel like the Global Journey program was worth it? 110 million fucking % yes. I feel like I will do that every year that I go. You don't have to worry about literally anything once you book your passes during the Global Journey on sale. Like, they get your train tickets, they get your shuttle. We had to have a shuttle from Boom back to Antwerp to get us back to Amsterdam. They booked everything for us and just sent us the tickets as the festival got closer. It was so fucking easy, and just the community aspect of it is really cool, being on the same train as everyone, getting to chat with people who are from all over the world. I don't know, I loved it, so worth it. You get to lock in your package early as well, and I just will do that every single time, I think. Did you get to see all the stages? Which was your fave? I got to see almost all of them. I think I missed like 2 of them. The Melodia stage I didn't see, and I forget if there was one other. So next year, I trust we'll see those. My favorites, obviously Main Stage's design was stupid good. I mean, I was obsessed with that. I loved the butterflies in the Freedom stage and how they would move on, like hanging from the ceiling. The library was really cool. I fucking loved the cage. Seeing drum and bass sets in there was such a vibe. It was awesome. Atmosphere is really cool, although we didn't see a full set there, which I would like to do next year. And I don't know, they were just all so unique. I loved the Rose Garden, which is the one with the dragon. It literally like blows CO2 out of its mouth and the eyes like blink and look at you. Insane. All the stages were just so unique and cool. Does it feel weird without American rave culture? Are the vibes still good? Does not feel weird at all. The vibes are still great. People are just more low-key. Did you get to see Netsky? I did, and it was fucking phenomenal. And my phone died, so I didn't really get any videos. I think I got one on Garrett's phone, and that was it. What to wear? More casual than American Fest? Casual as fuck. There was one day that I wore my black jumpsuit that I wore to Project Glow, which is literally just so chill. It's just one piece, shorts, whatever, and even I was like, I feel overdressed, which you can never be overdressed. You can wear whatever the fuck you want. Like, there are still, I feel like people are always like, oh my god, it's so casual, like don't dress up. There are still people who dress up in like full-blown old school rave attire. Wear whatever the fuck you want. I just felt more comfortable. Like, the first day for the pre-party, I wore denim shorts and a plain black tank top. And for the rest of the weekend, like, I wore a t-shirt on the first day and biker shorts, and it was just so nice to be comfortable and chill. And that's how I've been dressing for festivals lately anyways. So it was just nice to be surrounded by people who were doing the same thing. Like, you can dress, I'm not kidding you, in jeans and a tank top, and that's it, and you won't look weird whatsoever. Size compared to EDC, I think it's technically not as many attendees as EDC Vegas, but the site comparison in terms of size is very similar. I would say Tomorrowland, to me, Tomorrowland's site felt bigger, like walking from the one end to the other. I could be totally wrong in imagining that, but to me it felt larger, but it's technically less attendees, I'm pretty sure. What about the festival was as expected, and what was a total surprise? I think as expected. I've never heard anyone speak badly about Tomorrowland. Everyone goes and comes back and is like, that was the best festival I've ever been to, and the most well-organized festival I've been to, so that was 100% expected. I figured I was gonna fall in love with it and that it was gonna be, again, operationally flawless. I think the total surprises were, one, it's a way older crowd, and I mean like older. I would look around while walking, and keep in mind, I'm 25, and I felt like the youngest one there. Not kidding you. Way older, and also the gender ratio is way more guys than girls, and I'm so serious. Like, you look around and there's just way more men than women. I don't know why. We were hypothesizing a bunch of different reasons. Interesting. Never heard that before going, so that was unexpected for me. What would you do differently next time? I love this question. I think that I would definitely go for Montego in terms of camping. I just want like a cot bed instead of an air mattress, even though, again, the air mattress was fine. I just want to upgrade the comfort a little bit more, you know? I'm at a place in my life where I can spend a little bit more money, so I would definitely go for Montego. But I think other than that, I don't know what I would do differently. I really liked the Amsterdam Global Journey package. I think maybe if anything, I would just do, because we want to go back to the UK again next summer because I have family there, so it's just nice to stop off and just be in the homeland and do all that. I would maybe just do like a London global journey train, but then that takes up so much extra time. I don't know, it's hard. I think definitely Montego, and then maybe I would rethink my global journey city, but all in all, I would stick to a train. I would stick to something close by. So yeah. How was getting there slash travel slash the line in? So easy. The travel again was all sorted out for you. You literally just have to show up at the train station. If you're not used to Europe travel and the Eurostar, I mean, definitely get there early so you can walk around and see where the tracks are and figure out where your train's gonna be. But if you're already used to it, and obviously us four are well-traveled people, but we still got to Amsterdam Central Station like an hour before our train was supposed to depart. And we were like, why the fuck did we do that? Like, this is so easy, it's right there. And when you get up, it's really crowded. Depending on what time your train is, our train was super fucking crowded. So getting on was a little bit stressful. But like I said, they book your seats, so you're not gonna be like standing around. You have a seat to sit in, and it's just a little bit hectic getting on. But once we got to Brussels and got to Global Journey check-in and got on the shuttle, it was so easy. There was a little bit of traffic getting from Brussels to Boom, but it was rush hour on a Thursday, so it kind of made sense. And then other than that, there was really no line in. No, we didn't wait in security, nothing. So, and getting into the festival each day, there was no line. Is there VIP? There is. Again, I didn't do it. I had friends who did it and were like, probably could have gone without, so to each their own. Comments on the restrooms. I'm so glad you asked. Those were the cleanest festival bathrooms I've ever been to in my life. First of all, no porta potties, not a single porta potty. They're all like the pop-up restroom, not trailers, not like VIP trailers at a festival, but they're like stalls, and they're all flushable toilets, and they clean them, I swear, hourly. There was one point where I had to go to the restroom and we were at main stage, and it was what one would call spooky hour at the festival, okay? It was like 8 p.m. and that's normally when the bathrooms are wrecked. I went and it was spotless, and there was loo roll and I could flush. So clean. Even the camp ones, so clean. They were constantly cleaning them, because that's one of my biggest things. I hate porta potties. I hate feeling dirty. I just like, ugh, it's one of the worst parts of camping to me. Always clean. The showers too, always clean. Is it as spaced out as it is hyped up to be? Like, did you die walking everywhere, or was it okay? It is very spaced out. It's a big ass festival. Wear comfy shoes. Claude wore sneakers that started really hurting her foot, and she was like out for the count. She had to take them off all the time. Please just wear comfortable shoes. Make sure they're broken into, and be prepared to walk a lot. I think the first day we walked like 35,000 steps, so just keep that in mind. How do you score ticks? I got intimidated last time I tried. Just try, just do it. So we were really lucky because, again, Matt and Claude had been the year before and they did Global Journey. And just to put into perspective, they were not thinking about going to Tomorrowland at all. They just so happened to be in Europe at the same time. So when they were planning their trip, they were like, what if we just tried for Tomorrowland tickets? And after like, I think Claude got in first, and it was after like half an hour, and they were able to get Global Journey. So you really never know. You just have to try. You could be waiting 4 hours in that queue, or you could be waiting 30 minutes like her. It's a lot harder for the general on sale, but just try. And obviously now I'm blessed because we're definitely going next year, in case that wasn't painfully obvious. We'll have loyalty for Global Journey, and so we'll be able to get 2 people on that as well. So if you know someone who's done it that you're friends with, try and see if they are willing to give you their extra loyalty spot that they have. But just give it a shot, because you really never know. You never know. And once you get in once, then you have loyalty for Global Journey, at least. I'm gonna end on this one because I think it's so cute. Funniest moment that happened all weekend. Definitely at the end of day 3, David Guetta was closing, and you guys know how I feel about David Guetta, okay? He's so fucking funny to me. And all weekend we were joking around. We were like, we can't wait for David Guetta on Sunday. And we get there, and we were able to get the whole group of friends there. And it was such like a 2010s EDM like sing-along type set, and it was just the best way to end the festival. and Garrett and all of us were just doing David Guetta impersonations as the set was going along, and my stomach hurt from laughing. It was so funny because Garrett would do an impersonation of him and then David Guetta would say the exact same thing that he just said but on the mic. And I think people around us were probably so confused because we could not stop laughing, but it was just fucking hilarious and the best way to end the festival, and just, oh my god, so much fun. This is a really long fucking video, so I'm gonna cut it here. If you again have any other questions, leave them down below. We can chat all things Tomorrowland. I will probably still do a recap and review on this one, just in the spirit of uniformity for my channel. So be on the lookout for that. And any other videos you guys want to see, seriously, I will do them. I want to help. This is obviously a very large festival to plan and execute correctly, so I want to make any content possible to help you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this. Again, definitely subscribe if you're new, and thank you so much for watching this and for supporting all my videos and watching the vlogs. It means a lot, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.